We're slating up another best of 5.
You guys keep that hype train alive, and I will keep the hype in the match alive. It is on board with Frosty once again. Can he keep the fire that we've seen this entire time? I mean, he's been on fire this whole series. But will it continue is my question. But Cycle has been another player, right? Very impressive, and a lot of people describe him as Ola-esque, a player who can do that damage but stay alive for such a long period of time. OpTic, though, have the camo once again.
Remember, the shock rifle just went through a recent nerf. Much harder to hit with the no scopes, but not for a man like Legend. The Frenchman making his presence known. Frosty in the 1v2. Legend's not letting you get away.
Gets the kill onto Frosty. 2 down now for Shopify Rebellion. I love this, by the way. You run into that wall, you cut off all angles. It's kind of like Halo 2 at the bottom of P-side, if you guys remember that, for all the old folks in the chat. But just love the ability to see that, you know, and see the game evolve still. In year 4, we're still, obviously that's kind of an old tech, but we're still learning some new things, and it's fun to see Frosty, not the sniper, but the shock this time in his hands.
It's fun to see the sniper in Frosty's hands, but only for everyone else but 4 people. You might want to start hiding your heads if you're on OpTic. Thankfully, that ammo out before it could do too much damage, but OpTic Gaming's been able to just chip away at this hill. No one's been able to take down Legend, who's just been standing in the back. They must hit out the perimeters first, but look at how much time OpTic Gaming's been able to get, and Renegade from across the map is keeping him back. It's only last shot alive. He can't get us.
It's actually insane. Renegade is always that aggressive player, but so many times now we're seeing him play across the map and get beautiful angles on the top of tower. With the pressure coming from the pipe side, OpTic are still able to get that first hill. Legend will go down, but again, a lead for OpTic and camo coming up. This is going to go in the hands of Frosty this time.
Frosty, it's like a magnet is on his body when it comes to the power-ups and power weapons so far in this series. He has been the MVP for Rebellion, but OpTic Gaming are never out of a series. There's too much talent on this roster, and they have started to give Rebellion problems in this grand finals. Frosty must reestablish himself with this camo.
Now, this is one of the things we see, and one of the things we talk about often, right? That's value out of Frosty that you don't see on the stat sheet. It's not damage that shows up. It is him putting damage into the players. It's not assist that shows up. It's him putting damage into players and backing them off the position to contest this hill. He's able to do that, and Shopify Rebellion, because of that, are able to get a little bit of this hill on the bottom center. Frosty, though, caught out. Legend can't clean him up until that nade hits his head, and that'll be, again, 1 down for Shopify, but Shopify will have the numbers momentarily.
Royal 2 throws Legend down to 1 shot, but Legend just doing the most he can with his life. It is a brawl at the back of C for the spawns, but one that Rebellion have been able to consistently refill. Cycle, the most important player on the map. You see him in the back there. His job, just anchor. He just wants to keep the spawns in their control, and although OpTic are finding kills, every time they go down to the respawn, look at how far away they must spawn to try to get to that challenge. It's a track.
Shopify expanding on the map. Royal 2, though, he's got to hear Renegade sprinting right there, and he'll have a bit of a flank onto him. Renegade very fast on the map. Because of that, he will go down. Bound trying to capitalize on some damage, but he'll go down as well. Frosty was waiting, and Legend will fall too. That's 3 down as Shopify continue to get time here. Camo up as well. It's in the hands of Frosty. And are they playing time at this point? It is 2 down for Shopify, but they don't finish the hill.
Okay, remember, folks, the only second that matters in King of the Hill is the final one. It's the points that win, not the time in the hill. And Shopify Rebellion, they only need 1 second, but that could be a tough ask if OpTic Gaming gets set up.
They're getting set up, and they're staggering. It's 2 down for Shopify. Frosty finds himself towards the back of Hydro. No nade comes out for Bound. Last shot, trying to get the trade as well there. Bound goes down, Legend goes down, and now Royal 2 in a position with Cycle to clean up the hill. We're tied at 1.
Took him a little while to get there, but eventually able to win that. But remember, because of all that extra work they had to do, OpTic Gaming were able to win the rotation towards next. These slays are important for Shopify Rebellion, but they're acting as if there was no disadvantage. And guess who? Guess who? Frosty's got it back in his hands. The sniper is glued to this man's hands.
It's a battle Renegade against Frosty. Who gets to hold the snipe? Who gets to hold the shock? And right now, Frosty's saying, it's me. Shopify Rebellion halfway through this hill number 3, but their second hill. And Renegade's still looking for Frosty, which is insane. A couple more bullets to utilize here for Frosty. Can he hit any headshots is the question. I don't think it matters because Shopify are just in full control.
Well, Renegade's hit the back rank. He's been able to flip out the spawn, and he will clean up that kill. But Frosty, you know, you're not going to get through him. Shock rifle in hands. It's the fight for A spawns. Formal versus Frosty.
That is him literally sliding and hitting the back of his head there. Frosty, 2 more bullets to work with. Renegade, watch your head. Nice little crouch strafe will save him this time, but this hill is all but over. Shopify Rebellion once again. So much pressure, and that shock, it's about to run out. But guess what, Tools? There's a new one up.
Every 2 minutes, it feels like. Get that thing in your hands, and oh boy,
Frosty sees it. He sees the shock rifle too. Look at him. I need it. It's
Express
like
delivery.
It's like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings, man. This guy loves his power weapons, and you're noticing the control of the power weapons is, without joking around, it really is one of the big factors here for Shopify Rebellion, and obviously Frosty's been a big factor too. Legend wants to chow him. A great trade right there. It'll be 2 down though for OpTic.
Frosty's certainly making his impact known. 18 kills to his name thus far. In Shopify Rebellion, they are winning the slaying battle. But remember, King of the Hill, it's not necessarily the slays that matter. All it matters is the last second for that point. And OpTic Gaming, they're within 1. They just need to win this rotation, and they're right back into the game. It doesn't matter that they've been outslayed for the majority.
You can't win the rotation when you're 4 dead. All 4 of them will be on a 10-second respawn timer, and they're all going to spawn on the pipe side as well. Cycle is, like you just said, and I know what you're thinking, holding that A side and pressuring OpTic off their spawn.
It's just such awareness to be pressuring onto that pipes. Now, are they purposely opening that back spawn is my question, because they completely flipped the map, and they will allow OpTic Gaming to spawn towards this hill. And with the pressure on, it was a risky play, and that risk isn't necessarily paying off. OpTic Gaming have quick access.
Well, Last Shot gets the first kill. Legend's the first to fall. But Last Shot's location is now known. You know that information is coming through. Formal, one of the best communicators in the game. So much information output out of that guy. But let's see if Cycle's able to stay alive with his teammate here. They're aware of Renegade. He finds a way behind them, but he ends up getting taken out. The OpTic forces will arrive, though, so Renegade's kill will be traded out. And Pound's not able to get the kill under Royal 2, but he still will go down and get the camo for himself.
Incognito for the next 30 seconds. Bound will need to make these count. The reality for OpTic Gaming is they can't afford to go down. There's only 15 seconds of neutral time. When they're out of that hill, that clock in the middle is going to run down. Once it hits 000s, this game is over.
And you see Last Shot and Cycle holding down strong here. 3 seconds. Legend's got to move right now, but he's trying to avoid nades at the same time. And Last Shot just sits down and takes him out.
And with that, Shopify has reset the grand final.